Have we finally lost ourselves in the sauce? Have we finally forgotten how to dissect this character Denji completely? This is going to be a quick video, hopefully, considering how I just pulled this out of my pocket. Now, in order to understand Denji, we have to first, of course, understand his most uh, basic human flaw, which is, of course, lust. A good explanation for sin such as this is comes from probably one of the greatest Italian poets, such as Dante Alighieri, who wrote one of the greatest, not greatest, not exact greatest. Is it a greatest? What do you guys think? Who wrote one of the most famous literary fiction called Divine Comedy, specifically in Inferno.
Inferno describes hell as nine concentric circles, descending deeper into the earth as sins become more severe and punishments more intense.
Don't worry, I'm not going through all nine circles, but only one circle here is relevant, which is, of course, lust.
Lust is actually the second circle, just after limbo.
Why? Because it represents the least severe, yet the most common form of sin.
The failure to control one's passions and appetites. In other words, it's easy to commit, instinctive, and very human.
Now, if we mirror that to Denji with his desire, which is simple, very human, and completely unavoidable. He's not a manipulated character. He's not trying to be evil. He's just doing what naturally comes to him. And just like the scene in Inferno, is the most common flaw and also not the most severe. No, he doesn't need to be perfect. He's he's already fallen to the most basic human of instincts. Now, if you put that in a word of Chainsaw Man, which moves ridiculously fast, with all this trauma, deaths, and manipulation, all hitting Denji at once before he even has the time to process them. Lust is what defines Denji. That's a structural choice by Fujimoto. And the word ensures that he stays there. He stays trapped in there. He stays in that position. I mean, he never really failed us, Denji himself. Denji never failed us. We were just kind of expecting something that the story never really promised us in the first place. I think the frustration that we have about Denji says more about us than it does to Denji himself. We shouldn't throw our judgment into Denji, but the world that he lives in. First circle of hell may be the easiest to stumble into, but it's still the hardest to escape.